That's it, Bob. I'm only trying to say that I don't think you should be out for dinner as often as you are. Because after all, dear, you do have a son.
Mom, you know, you have been making the same point for the past 5 minutes, and you haven't given me an opportunity to say a word.
Well, I'm sorry, dear. You go right ahead. Say 2 words. Look.
Will you two get things settled? I'm trying to write a letter to my brother.
Would you give him my best, please?
I certainly will, dear.
Well, Bob, go ahead.
Well, I guess I better start from the beginning. My partner has been out of town the past several days.
Oh, Dr. Suker has?
Mm-hmm. And so has my nurse.
Well, you've been in the office alone then, haven't you?
Just about. Except for patients, of course. I've been doing double duty. I've not only been busy with Dr. Suker's patients, but I've been busy with my own. So I haven't been able to leave the office early, so I have stopped to have a bite at the hospital or at a restaurant on my way home.
Does Tom know all this?
No.
Well, don't you think you should tell him why you haven't been home?
Oh, I will, Mom. But I'm expecting them both back in the next day or so. They were out visiting Sylvia's people in Michigan.
What did you say, Bob?
I said that Sylvia and Dr. Suker have been visiting her people in Michigan.
Wow. Well, tell me, is there any significance that should be attached to that remark, son?
I think there is.
Well, I should think so, too.
Mom, I'm quite sure that one of these days, Al and Sylvia will be married.
Well, for goodness sake.
Well, how long have you known this, Bob?
Oh, for some weeks now.
And you haven't said a word to any of us about it.
Well, Dad's been pretty bogged down. We all have, for that matter.
Well, a little surprised.
Well, Dad, if you have something to say it.
No, I don't think I should.
I think I know what your father was going to ask.
Now, Nancy, if I wanted to ask Bob something, I would have asked him, but I decided not to.
Then I may speak for myself, may I?
Well, go right ahead, dear.
Bob, is it possible that you still care for Sylvia?
Mom, I don't think I have to answer that question. I will say this. I think it'll be a very good marriage. And I think Al will be very good for Sylvia. There aren't too many men like him. You know, he has a certain graciousness of the old world that the average American doesn't have. Not even I.
Well, Bob, now getting back to Tom, don't you think when you have a chance you should tell him why you haven't been home for dinner so much?
I will, Mom. I have something else to tell him, too. I got a letter from his mother today. Lisa's going to be in the city the end of this week or the end of next week. And she'd like Tom to spend the weekend with her. And my attorney seems to think it's a reasonable request.
Well, you didn't need an attorney to tell you that, did you, Bob?
Dad, I don't make a move without an attorney where Lisa is concerned.
Well, now, that's real news.
She doesn't come this weekend. She'll be here next weekend. I'm going to spend from Friday night to Sunday at the hotel with her.
You been writing to your mom?
I sent her a Valentine's. She sent me some money.
What you need money for?
What do you think? You need money if you're going to buy things.
Oh, you don't need very much. A little change in your pocket, that's enough for you.
She's married to a guy who's got a lot of money.
She tell you that, did she?
She sent me $10.
$10? Yeah, that is a lot of money. What did you do with it?
Bought things.
You didn't buy me nothing.
You wouldn't want me to buy you a Valentine present, would you?
Oh, I don't know. Why not? You think Valentine's is just for the little ones?
Hey, Pop, I'm kind of a big guy now. Everybody seems to forget that I'm a big guy.
Yeah. You sure sound like it more and more every day. I just assumed you didn't.
Didn't what?
Sound like a big guy. What else did your mom have to say?
Oh, nothing much.
Did you write her that you ain't been getting too good grades lately?
Pa, I think I'm doing better. You can't get good grades all the time.
I don't know why not, if you got the brains to get them.
Things happen.
I don't know what could happen so you couldn't get good grades. Only one thing I can think of. You don't study, you don't learn nothing.
There's other things in the world besides studying, Pa.
Well, will you listen to the big guy? Just listen to him. Standing there, whittling away, talking as big as life.
You know, Pa, I think Mom's gonna buy me some things.
Is that all you can think of these days? Money and buying things?
Pa, money's important.
It's important, Tom, when you make it yourself. You ain't done nothing around here to be getting any money. You come down here and whittle. You don't offer to help me no more. And I could use help, you know that.
I'll have some time tomorrow. I'll help you then.
Well, I don't know.
You know, I can't wait till Mom comes here. I wanted to see her. You know, maybe I could visit her in Chicago this summer.
Did she write that in the letter?
No, it's what I was thinking of.
You tell your pa about the letter?
Oh, he knows all about it.
What do you mean he knows all about it?
He got it.
I thought you said you did.
Well, it was all about me.
Thomas? You know what day this is?
A holiday.
Well, the holiday's almost over. Washington's birthday.
So?
So you know about Washington. President George Washington.
Yeah, I know. He was the first president of the United States.
You know the stories they tell about him?
Yeah. Oh, he never told a lie.
No, he never told a lie.
I don't believe that.
Well, whether you believe it or not, or whether it's true or not, that ain't what I'm talking about. You lied to me.
Not exactly.
Yes, you did. You said you got a letter from your mom. And you got caught up in it, didn't you? Without thinking, you turned around and said it was your pa's letter. Does your pa know you saw it?
No.
How did you find the letter, Thomas?
My name's Tom.
Where did you find the letter, Thomas?
What's the difference? I just found it.
I want you to look at me, young man. Straight in the eye. And no lies.
It fell out of his pocket.
That's a likely story. What were you doing in his pocket?
Who said I was in his pocket?
I did. A letter wouldn't just fall out, and don't tell me it would.
I was looking for some gum.
Gum? I ain't never seen your pa chewing gum around here.
Well, once in a while, he has some.
You want me to go up and ask him?
No. I was looking for some loose change. And I just found the letter.
I think you better go upstairs and tell your pa what you did, what you know, and how you came on it. Because if you don't, Thomas, I'm going to.
Well, Sarah, it's not that I mind making a house call, but...
But you'd rather not make the call. Is that it?
Sarah, I'll tell you. Now, I promised Dr. Suker that the next time you wanted me to make a house call, I would. Well, no, I'm not being unsympathetic. All right, I will be there in a little while. Goodbye.
Sarah Fuller, There's nothing serious, was there?
Dad, I've got to talk to you about something.
Well, I have to make a house call, son.
Oh, it won't take very long, but I've got to tell you now. Would you please come upstairs?
Well, I have to change my shirt. You come along.
So I was telling Pa that I got a letter from Mom.
Oh, when did you get a letter?
I didn't. I lied.
Well, now, why did you tell Grandpa you got a letter from your mother?
Well, it's like this.
I don't want any it's like this business.
Well, it is like this. I don't know why Mom wrote to you instead of writing to me.
Well, now, how do you know she wrote to me?
I know.
Obviously. Were you by any chance going through my pockets?
I happened to.
Look, Tom, I've been missing a half a dollar, a quarter every now and then. Is that what you were looking for, loose change?
You don't give me much allowance, Dad.
You get $1 a week. You don't need any more than that.
Other kids get more than that.
I don't care what other kids get. Now, that's something I'm going to talk over with your mother.
What?
Sending you money.
Huh? Oh. Well, anyway, I'm sorry I lied. I just wanted you to know.
Now, you wanted me to know? Or did Grandpa want me to know? Did you want to tell me, or did Grandpa tell you you'd better tell me?
You know, something like that.
Something like that. Tom, I want a decent answer. Did you tell me on your own?
No.
No what?
No, sir. Anyway, I'm sorry. I lied. It won't happen again.
It better not happen again. Because if it does, you're going to be punished. You're going to have privileges taken away. There'll be no Saturday movie. There'll be no going out after school for a month.
Yes, sir.
Now get ready for bed. I don't intend to be out very late. When I come home, I don't want to find you reading. You be asleep.
Yes, sir.
Like it's always been before. Pressure of work, trouble sleeping, general uneasiness, which results in a stomach pain.
We're still on your diet, Sarah?
Now, Doctor, what a question to ask. Of course I'm on my diet.
Well, of course you're on your diet. Of course you're not on your diet. Now, when was it that you and my mother had lunch in the city?
Saturday, why?
My mother went into quite a bit of detail as to what you two had for lunch. She'd never been to this particular restaurant before. It's rather new, I gather.
Oh, it is. And it's so nice. The food is good and the atmosphere is lovely.
And perfect salads.
Oh, Bob, now I have to have a salad now and then.
Well, then now and then you're going to have pain. Sarah, you are not to have any roughage. I'm not the only one who's told you this. Dr. Suker made that very clear to you.
But I haven't had a salad since Saturday.
And you're just getting the pain tonight?
Well, I had a pain before, but it was more pronounced tonight.
You know, I wish you'd smiled when you said that.
Well, I will if you want me to.
Well, I think you'd be more in character if you did.
Well, far be it from me to be out of character. But you know something? I wish you would get out of character now and then.
Well, now, that is very interesting. Now, what could I possibly do to make you think I was out of character?
Well, now you could say the house call is over, and we could sit and talk. And then you could say, if you wanted to, Sarah, if you don't mind, and you have the ingredients, I would like a cocktail.
Well, Sarah, if you don't mind and you do have the ingredients, I would like a cocktail. You know, Sarah, I am not going to be able to charge you for a house call.
Why not, Doctor?
You know, you remind me at this moment of my young son.
In what way?
Well, every once in a while, he'll say something, and then you find out it isn't quite true.
You mean I don't have a tummy ache? Is that what you're trying to say?
Do you?
Well, I did have one when I phoned you, but I don't have it any longer. But that's the way this kind of thing works, isn't it?
Not exactly.
But it could be that way now, couldn't it?
It could. Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't have to call me and ask me to make a house call.
I don't?
No. All you have to do is say you would like to have dinner with me some evening, and we could forget all about the house call.
Are you serious, Bob?
Well, I'm trying to find out if you are.
Well, I think I'd like to have dinner with you very much.
Very good. Then we'll set a date. Now, I am sure that my son, undoubtedly, will be tied up this weekend. Are you free Saturday evening?
No, I'm not. But how about Friday?
Well, who occupies your Saturdays? You know, this is the third time I have asked you to go out with me on a Saturday evening.
Is it?
Oh, come on now, Sarah. You know it is.
Well, I'm busy on Saturday.
Same man?
Are you trying to pin it down to one person?
I'm trying to pin it down to my brother.
Well, how about Friday?
This time, we'll make it Friday. But you save me a Saturday sometime. Will you, Sarah?
Why not?
Passions from Susie Perrette.